Hello guys, it's the Divinity Break, and this is my attempt at using Dragon Roll plants, which, of the new format, I think it's pretty good. I'm liking it. It's, they did hit it, but I mean, it's not that bad. So I'm gonna go for Lila first turn to get the mill. Pretty much what you need to do is you need to run a mill engine to get your place. He's gonna butt heads my Lila, which I'm not really sure why. And I'm gonna go on the Card Trooper, mill Fremore, Blaster, and I'll be able to hit for a decent bit of damage. So I got that going for me. He's got some weird plays going on. He used Eclipse Wyvern to get his blue eyes. He's gonna run over that. I'm gonna draw a card. So I got a decent hand. I got 3 different dragons, a DDR. I dropped all that. I got a Fog King, which is nice. He's gonna MSC the DDR, so I'm not gonna get the +1 off of it, unfortunately. But I'm gonna be able to go to my Draco Sack, and I'm just gonna run over his card, deal 1,000. And I got a stable field. He's not going to really be able to touch me too much. So he's going to go into this really strange play. He's going to hit my cards and all that, which is fine. I'm just going to... what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up playing bad, actually. And I'm going to use DDR to go into my level 7, use my Redox, get another 1 out, and get more searches, go into the Big Eye. I'm going to steal this thing, use that to spawn without that, and use Spore, which is going to be level 4, so I can get the Star Eater out. Run over that for 200. He's going to Trag. Trag's not going to do anything though because I have 2b6. So yeah, that was a decently quick game. Good for me. Okay. This game's really weird. He was playing some very strange deck, but it was fine in the end. So I milled out a bit. He goes ahead and he just sets 4 and ends. And he's going to drop off, which kind of sucks because I wanted that, but it's fine. I'm still getting my mills and stuff. So I'm going to go on the Lila and get 2 tokens. It's kind of just a defensive, really. I'm going to attack for 17 and 19, and then I'm going to use Lila during the main phase 2 to pop a card. And I'm going to go into that and mill off a bit. So I've got a decent field. He's going to run over to Lila. And I can make a synchro play or anything if I want to. I decided to go into a title and use those 2 to get searches. And I'm going to DDR into another thing and just deal a decent bit of damage. And he's going to actually end up compulsing that so he doesn't lose at that point. And I'm just going to end. I've got stable field, so it's all fine. He's going to go into snow. He's going to run over that, and he's already lost. So I mean, he's going to drop off. That's not going to do much. I'm going to go into title and Tempest. And, return everything back to my grave and just run over it for game. So, yeah. I'm going to play against Heraldics. I actually really like Heraldics. I wish I had more support. And, because, if they just had their own mill engine that was actually within their archetype, and it'd probably be pretty decent. So I'm just going to Raikou, hit his back row, because his back row is always the most important. I have the 7 swords, and so I'm able to +1 off that. I'm going to go to Card Trooper. So I get some mills, get a Dandelion off of it, which is nice. And I'm going to run over it by 100. I'm going to have 2 tokens and a card when it dies I draw. So that's pretty nice. He's just going to go defensive. And what I decided to do is mill off 3 and go into Fog King and use Spore. So I got a Star Eater out pretty easy. Run over that. Just in case there's a Raikou. I didn't want to get killed by a Raikou, so I attacked face down of him and did 19. So now I'm going to go to Lila, I'm going to pop a card, and go for that. So she had the defense. I don't want to mill out too many more cards because I'm already at 16, so I didn't use Card Trooper that turn. He's going to get Leo, he's going to get searches, so he's got the Basilisk face down. So I'm just going to go ahead and Dark Hole and just go for game this turn, or try to at least. I could have gone for game, actually. I probably should have, but it's fine. It really doesn't matter. He still didn't have a chance. I think he ends up quitting after this, too. So, he just draws, and he's like, no, okay. Yeah. So, Noble Knights. This was a definitely decent game. I got into the Redox, because that's probably going to be most useful in my hand. I set the level 1 for no reason, really. He's going to go into his Madra, and he's going to get his search with the Ignoble or whatever. And he's just going to set up a decent beat stick, or not beat stick, but a thing that'll stay on the field, and it can pop face downs and all that. So I'm going to go into Blaster, and I use titles search. I'm gonna get a bring back the title of TDR, run over it twice, so he ends up popping his own card and resetting it so he doesn't die. But I'm just gonna go ahead and Draco Sack and kill it. So technically that was kind of a misplay for him in the end. So this turn he's actually gonna do pretty interesting. He's gonna Summoner Monk and get out a bunch of cards so he can go into the boss monster and get back all 3 of his spells. So he's gonna be a 3000 beat stick that I have to kill twice. I can also pop face downs, which is fine because what I'm gonna do is actually gonna steal it. So I've got like a bunch of redoxes and titles at this point, so I'm just gonna play a bunch of V's and go into the big eye, steal his thing. He played the Max C, I just let him draw. It doesn't really hurt me as much, considering I have so much control over the game at this point. He's gonna Power Duality, he's gonna hit the Book of Moon. So he's gonna Book of Moon my monster, so all of his spell traps reset, and he equips them all to Driston. He's gonna get to pop my Big Eye, I think. He pops my Draco Sack, runs over to Big Eye, and then he uses that thing to pop V face down. So he cleared my field, so that was actually pretty interesting. But I'm able to get out a bunch of plays anyways, so it really doesn't matter. I just steal it again and go for 23 and go for game. Okay. And this is the final ones. I played against Plants. So yeah, this was actually pretty interesting. He was able to get out the Dandelion, and his back row is pretty annoying. So I try to go for plays. He goes ahead and does that, which stops my play, and then he gets 2 tokens. I get my search still because I banished it regardless. And now I try to go into another play, and he's going to play Polynosis again. So he's really abusing that card, and that kind of hurt quite a bit. I'm going to Veiler this, so he's got a dead card. And freaking, I find this play hilarious. Like, he hits for 300, my go, and I summon a Spore and just run over it for 100. Just like, okay, just because I can. And he's going to Mirror Force it. So yeah, I'm going to go into Blaster and just have it on the field so I can not get hurt or anything. He's just going to play defensively. I get that back to my hand. I'm going to draw. I'm actually going to Dark Hole here just so he gets some cards off the field. Tempest is going to give me more search, and I'm just going to have 3 Dragon Rollers in my hand, and I'm going to wait for him to do something. He's going to Cactus Spider, do 19. That's, yeah, it's not going to really do much. And I'm going to draw him Dandelion. I'm going to use Tempest, get out Tempest, and Blaster's effect. I'm going to go into the Arc Fiend just in case he wanted to hit me with any spells or traps. Then I get to 19 as well, so my life points are back up. He's just going to set that, or he's going to Dark Hole and he's going to set that. And what I'm going to be able to do is use Redox effect. Okay, do that first. But then I get Redox to get my Thought Ruler back, and I get 2 tokens. So I'm just going to run over it with Thought Ruler, get some HP off of it, and hit for 24. Alright, hit, LP, not HP. But and then he just draws into his Titanial, so it's really not that good for him, and I'm just going to keep on getting plays when he doesn't have any, and it's going to hurt quite a bit for him. And get Star Eater out, go for 32. He's going to go, and he's just not going to have any plays, so that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I have to say, the Dragon Rulers aren't exactly dead. They're just not as good, not as consistent. But they're still decent, and you should expect to see them in this format, so be careful. And goodbye.